Hey guys, welcome into another weekly portfolio update. So I didn't make a update last week because I was away, didn't have access to a computer, so yeah, sorry about that. It's like the first weekly update that I've missed in like over a year since I started making these, so yeah, kind of no way around it. But anyway, we've just, for the numbers that I've done here, like I've just compared it to the numbers that I had 2 weeks ago. So, for example, from 2 weeks ago, we are up $18 on the crypto portfolio. From 2 weeks ago, we are down $428. Yeah, and that's pretty much the only like difference from these numbers to the usual ones. Instead of comparing it to a week ago's numbers, it's compared to 2 weeks ago's. Yeah, so the house has dropped from 655 to 640, so we might be seeing the Christchurch housing market follow the rest of the country and actually start heading down now, which is to be expected, which dropped my net worth by the same amount, considering not a whole lot else changed. So down 15k on the net worth to 312k. I also paid 5k of my mortgage off because I had my mortgage set in 3 chunks. It was main like 320 or something, 300 and something thousand, and then a 40,000 and a 10,000. The 10,000 came up for renewal, and I know that when I refix my like main chunk, like over 300,000 in September, that it's going to be at a significantly higher rate than the current 2.5% that it's at. So I don't want to, it's going to go up by like $250 or so, my mortgage repayments. So if I can pay off this 10,000 that just came up for renewal, that'll decrease that by like $25, which isn't much, I know, but yeah, if I pay this 10,000 off, I've already paid half of it off. I paid 5,000 off because that's what I had in my account. Now I'm going to hopefully slowly chip away at the other 5,000, just to try and reduce my mortgage repayments by the time it gets round to that main chunk renewing and it going up a lot. Yeah, so that's why I've done that, and that's what I've done. Yeah. Looking at the stock portfolio, you can see it's 37,474, and the separated positions like in the accounts. Here's the Hatch account and the Sharesies account. As always, I cannot be bothered opening the Interactive Brokers account. It's just too difficult. I have to verify it every time. Yeah, so still massively down across the board, but we have been seeing a bit of positivity recently. So looking at the indexes, 6% up on the S&P 500 over the past 5 days, NASDAQ 6.5%, and 5.7% for the Russell. If we look out on like a 6-month graph, you can see we hit a bottom roughly 11th May for the Russell, and a bit later for the NASDAQ, 24th of May, and for the S&P around 19 to 20th of May. And when I say we hit a bottom, I don't mean that this is past the bottom, I just mean like since this recent bottom. It could still drop down again, I don't know. I don't predict what the market's going to do. I try and come out best off regardless of what it's doing. But yes, on the Russell, since that bottom, we're up almost 10%. NASDAQ is back up 7.7%. S&P 500 is back up 6.5%. So there's been a bit of a move, but like when you compare it to, you know, the drops that have happened, it's not super significant, this upward move here. But yeah, going back up. Looking at some of my stocks, my largest positions, 7.6% up on Corsair Gaming for this week, which is actually, now that I look at it, I remember I used to come in here and say like my 2 positions were quite similar, my Corsair and Tattooed Chef, they were quite similar size, and now they are very skewed, and not because I put more money into Corsair or anything, because I tend to put the money in quite equally. But now they are very uneven 3k less on Tattooed Chef. If we look at like my cost basis, I think we can. Where are we? Tattooed Chef. It's broken up into two. It doesn't show. It doesn't show all the information, but yeah, I mean, if we look at how much down I am anyway, so you can look at the total return percentage. Yeah, Corsair is down 38, Tattooed Chef is down 55%. So yeah, Tattooed Chef has just dropped so much more than Corsair Gaming has that it's rebalanced this to make Corsair significantly larger of a position for me. Yeah, I used to remember when that was like a $12,000 something position. And I mean, if I'm down over 50%, that means I put like, what's 17,000 or so into Tattooed Chef, and it's now worth 8,700. So yeah, not so great. And yeah, that's like one of my best performing stocks too, Corsair. Yeah, Honest is 37% down, one of my most recent acquisitions, and still down horribly, which is just what the market's doing at the moment. Where do we get up to? So yeah, Tattooed Chef 5.5% up, Palantir 10.5% up. Palantir got like beaten down. They just fell so far from all-time highs, down 75% basically. Yeah, down huge. When was that? 29 Jan 21. Yeah, so they have been absolutely obliterated. 52% down year to date. Honest up 9% this week. Not a bad move. Smile Direct Club still down this week. 1.35%. It looks like they bottomed a bit earlier though, so 12th of May, like how the Russell, was it the Russell bottomed? Yeah, just tracking the Russell basically, followed the Russell where it bottomed a bit earlier, so it's had a bit of a recovery sooner, although that's up 17.7% since its bottom back on the 12th of May. So yeah, that's not an insignificant move. It just looks insignificant because it's still down 50% from March, from the end of March, which was only 2 months ago. So yeah, that's pretty insane. What are we down on there? Wow. 92% down from all-time highs in Smile Direct Club. That's pretty insane. That is a large number. Fiverr, 10.8% up, but yeah, another one that just got absolutely decimated, down 86.7% from all-time highs. I think when did I buy in? I first bought in at like $200, like up here somewhere, back in April 30, 21 or something like that. Yeah, but 10.8% up this week, so not too bad. And Planet 13 just getting absolutely obliterated, down to $1.50, 8.6% down this week. Yeah, this one I would say is a great deal. If I had money to put into stocks right now, I would. Also, yeah, I didn't put any money into stocks over the past couple of weeks because I just literally don't have any money to put in, especially with that paying 5k off my mortgage and hoping to pay off another 5k. And I've also got a few other things here and there that I need to put money on. So yeah, it's pretty tough on the stocks at the moment. I'd love to keep averaging down because, I mean, obviously we are well down from all-time highs on stocks, which means, now is a really good time to put money into stocks. But yeah, I've run out. We reach a bottom of, on the S&P 500, we got down as low as around 19% at the max, 18 point something, almost 19%. We're now sitting down around 13.3%. Honestly, looking at the S&P 500, just like as a complete, like basically a guess, I would assume we have further down to go based on this graph. But when looking at like the NASDAQ, which is down 25% or 24.5%, and at the lows like 30%, and the Russell down 22.5%, and at the lows about 27%. So those two like look like they've bottomed. The Nasdaq and the Russell, like they really look more positive than the S&P 500. It just hasn't dropped as much for that psychological aspect of people to come back in and start dip buying, like the larger stocks. I just feel like they haven't dropped as much. Like I wouldn't be wanting to buy large cap stocks right now, even though some of them have dropped to like valuations that they haven't seen in quite a long time. Just like comparing them, I mean, you can compare them right here. Forward PEs of large cap stocks, S&P 500, mid caps, and then small caps. You just see like on the large cap stocks up here, we're like, 40% of the way down to the bottom of the COVID crash. On the S&P 400 mid cap, we're like, 70%, 80% of the way down. And then on the small caps, we got down like as low as like 90% of the way there. It was almost as low on the forward PE metric, forward PE ratio, as it was in the COVID crash, which is when everything just got absolutely destroyed. So yeah, I think there's a graph. Yeah, it puts it all onto one graph here. The smaller mid caps like way down here, but the large caps are still like way too high relative to these. So yeah, I don't know. I expect small and mid caps to outperform large caps over the next 6 months to a year or so. They don't usually trade this far apart, like in this way. Like, yeah, they have a bit of a spread. Usually the small caps are actually often trading higher because they usually have the higher growth stocks in them, but obviously at the moment we're in a very risk off period, and yeah, large caps, people are trending towards large caps because they seem safer, but in my opinion they're not safer at the moment. Like, just looking at these numbers here, the forward PE metrics like makes that pretty clear. Yeah, what do we get up to? Yeah, we looked at everything now. So yeah, I'd love to buy some more Planet 13 at this price. Like, honestly, I'd want to buy like, yeah, Planet 13, Small Direct Club, Honest, Palantir, Tattooed Chef, and Corsair Gaming. I'd want to buy all of them. I'm not so convinced on Fiverr, although I do like the business model. But yeah, maybe like a bit of Upwork. I do like Upwork. How far are we down on Upwork? 68% basically. Yeah, that's quite a big drop. Yeah, don't own any Upwork anymore. I did own it and sold it a long time ago. But yeah, that's the state of the stock market this week anyway. I'd love to put more money in because we're down at historically low valuations, but just don't have any money, which I suppose is the nature of kind of why it's down that low. Everyone's kind of prepping for recession and such, so lowering what they value everything at, and also less people putting money into stocks because they're recession proofing themselves by having a bit of cash on standby, getting ready for maybe wages to lower and stuff like that. Yeah, looking at crypto. Crypto has been getting destroyed. No other way to say that. It just keeps going down. Like another $400 down this week, this fortnight alone. So yeah, my crypto is just getting absolutely destroyed. So obviously Ethereum is like way down. We're looking at, I think it's about a third of what it was at all-time highs now. Maybe not quite a third, but like significantly down. Don't know if we can do no, we can't. But yeah, it was up at 4,800, now down at 1,700. So yeah, that's a large move, and it also means that my crypto mining is getting less and less profitable. So yeah, I'm hoping for some bullishness in crypto because that would make me more income from crypto mining. Yeah, GPU prices have been getting absolutely destroyed as well. Some of them have been selling for like less than MSRP, or if you're in New Zealand, RRP, recommended retail price. Yeah, so the whole crypto space and crypto mining and everything's just getting quite a big hit. Yeah, so I won't be achieving ROI anytime soon, but yeah, I'm definitely still bullish on crypto over the long term. These are just trends that we see along the way, especially if there's going to be a recession of some sort, then everything's going to get hit altogether, especially the riskier assets, e.g. crypto, because not a lot of like institutional money is in crypto, so, and institutional money is usually money that stays in it, whereas people, like individuals, tend to trade in and out, especially with crypto. It's just so easy. All these brokerages make it so easy. Some of them even incentivize you to trade, so yeah, crypto is going to get hit the biggest, without a doubt. It already has. My portfolio, this portfolio used to be like over $9,000 in value, and without me having taken any money out, it's now down to 1,940. So yeah, that is a big drop. Over 75% of a drop, I believe. Quick math. Yeah, so significantly underperforming my stocks as well. Yeah, this is based on a 3k cost price, by the way, so spent 3,000 and it's now worth less than what it was worth. Mainly due to the fact that it's been margined on. I took out a bit on margin when crypto started crashing, and then, you know, it just continues to crash and crash and crash, lower and lower. So yeah, I'm just going to hold the margin at this point until it gets back up. Ironically, it's a mistake I've made before. Last time Bitcoin went down to like 25k, like before it went on its massive run up to like, what, 66 or whatever it got to. Yeah, before it even got down to 25k, I like margined out money, and then didn't have any, or like I had more that I could have margined out more, but I didn't want to margin out more as it got lower and lower, because I was just already too deep in margin. So I just held on to the margin, and I mean, obviously that worked out. I got all the way up to 9,000 after that, but it just means that I have less options and I'm stuck with it. I have to keep the margin, because if I don't, I'm realizing a loss. Even if crypto got back up to where it was and I reduced margin now, then I would have less money than what I did. But if I keep the margin, then it goes back up to what it was, then I'm at what I was, so back up to 9,000. Yeah, I don't know, I'm bullish on crypto for long term, so I'm going to keep it. I'll probably try and pay down some of the margin when I have some money, just to like relieve the stress of potentially getting margin called if crypto drops. I think if it dropped like another 50% or maybe 60%, like my whole portfolio, then I would be margin called probably. So I'd have to either transfer in some assets like my mined Ethereum, transfer it in order to have some collateral, or put some more money in and yeah, pay off the margin in the account. But yeah, not too bothered about that at the moment. It's was extremely low margin when I took it out, but now it's, you know, significantly higher than it was in terms of percentage value. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this week's video, so leave a like, comment and subscribe to support the channel, and have a great day. See ya.